Hi guys. So this video content is all about trading. So if you are not trader, okay, and if you are new beginner trader and struggling trader, you will watch this video. But if you are profitable trader and also have a multiple payouts already in the market, you don't need to watch this video. Or maybe if you are bored, you can watch this video. Okay, but if you're already profitable trader, you can skip and swipe this video. Anyway, this video is all about trading content and my own mistakes, how I lost 24,449 US dollar, or in peso it's a 1.4 million pesos in trading. So is that is all profit. Okay, so ganito kasi guys, no, last year October, I'll pass the prop firm funded account. Okay, so naipasa ko yung challenge sa prop na phase 1 and phase 2. So I bought, or I enrolled in the prop firm company, around worth 23,000, almost 25,000. Okay, so after kong maipasa yung phase 1 and phase 2, okay, sa isang prop, so binigyan ako ng funds, funded account, 100,000 US dollar, and 10% of that account, yun lang yung available to trade ko, and maybe around 600 to almost 600,000 pesos. Okay, at least may funds na 23,000 or already multiply kung naipasa ko yung phase 1 and phase 2 challenge. Okay, anyway, disclaimer lang guys, this video, uh, hindi ko na siya i-edit. It's a raw vlog, raw video, and taglish na siya already kasi I'm also practicing my English speaking. That's why I'm creating this video right now. I want to build my self-confidence. I want to build my uh, confidence in front of the camera, and I want to practice creating content like this. Okay, to syempre to have trading journey and documentation about my trading journey, because I know it's very very hard, this kind of career, okay, to pursue. Anyway, back to my topic. No, I lost 24,449 US dollar. It's almost 1.4 million in pesos because on my own mistakes. No, I'll take all accountability on that mistake. First, by October 2025, I passed the phase 1 and phase 2 challenge, and then I get funded. No, I get the funded account, and nagkaroon siya ng gain na 24,449 US dollar. And ang goal ko kasi that time, sabi ko, medyo maganda yung performance ko kasi that time before. Sabi ko, I want my first payout to be remarkable on my journey. Okay? Sa process ko. No? Kasi nga, ang hirap makapasa ng phase 1 and phase 2 na challenge sa mga nagtitake dyan ng prop firm or nagtitrade dyan. And even lahat, and even the market itself, mahirap mag-trade. Okay? So, ang nangyari, nung nakuha ko yung 100k funded account ko, and ang ganda ng performance ko that time, ang kinikita ko that time sa funded account ko in a day, sometimes 2%, 3%, 5%, no? And umabot pa ng 10% in one good trade. Okay? And that time, sabi ko, okay to ah. Okay. Sabi ko, gusto ko malaking profit yung makuha ko before I'll process my first payout on this account. Sabi ko, gusto ko ng 35,000 to 50,000 US dollar profit dito sa account ko na to. And dumating yung time, nahalata ko na pumangit yung performance ko. Sabi ko, nag-email ako, "How to process my payout?" Sabi ko sa email. Sabi nila, "Before you get a payout, you need to have an interview with our risk management team." So, nag-process ako ng schedule ko, gumawa ako ng schedule ko. So, 3 days yung inantay ko sa schedule ko, okay? Pero that time, while I'm waiting on my interview on the risk management team of the prop firm, kumatay yung kamay natin. Kumatay yung kamay natin, okay? So, nag-trade ako kahit na pangit yung performance ko. So, lack of self-discipline, okay? I also admit that. Lack of discipline. Nag-trade ako kasi kumatay yung kamay ko. Gusto ko mag-trade, gusto mabawi yung profit ko, no? Yung pinaka-peak ng account. So, while waiting on the 3 days, bumaba yung PNL ko, bumaba yung profit ko. Napunta na ako 14K, 16K, okay. So, to cut the long story short, dumating na yung time schedule ng interview ko sa risk management team nila. And okay naman yung naging interview, okay. Inutusan ako, binigyan ako ng demo account na galing sa kanila. Trade this 200,000 account and ayun, I want to see how you trade. So pinag-trade nila ako. It's actually 2 trades and panalo naman yung 2 trades na yan. And ayun, kinuha yung information ko, valid ID ko, tinanong kung ano yung trabaho ko. Sabi ko, I'm an OFW or overseas worker here in South Korea. Tapos tinanong niya paano ako na-involve sa trading, sa market. So tinanong sa akin, I think that was after pandemic, I think, or maybe well, pandemic. It's about SafeMoon. So I bought SafeMoon for almost 25,000 pesos. Sabi ko, and nag-pump siya ng nag-pump into ₱1,000,000 pero hindi ko siya na-take profit that time, way back 2020 to 2021, I think that year, no? So ako kasi hindi pa ako marunong magbasa ng chart that time, nakikisabay lang ako sa Facebook feeds ko kung ano yung nakikita ko sa mga, marami akong Facebook friends na nagtitrade before ng meme coin. So nakisabay lang ako doon. Tina-translate ko na lang yung conversation namin sa Tagalog, guys, ah. So hindi kasi ako diretso mag-English, eh, no? Okay. So sabi ko that time, kala ko yung 25,000 ko tapos kumita ng almost 1,000,000 sa SafeMoon. If you know that, sabi ko sa kanya, pamilyar daw siya doon sa meme coin na yun or sa coin na yan. So, ang nangyari kasi, sabi ko sa kanya, nung bumababa yung coin na yan, bumibili ako ng bumibili. Sabi ko sa kanya, every sahod ko, bumibili ako ng bumibili. So, imbes na ako na yung profit, no? Bumili pa ako ng bumili or DCA, dollar cost average that time. Kasi sobrang famous nung coin na yon, nag-pump talaga, no? So akala ko babalik yung price kasi nga wala rin akong idea kung paano magbasa ng price action or ng chart, 'di ba? Basta bumibili na lang ako, no? Sabi ko malaki yung natalo ko sa SafeMoon and yun yung start ng journey ko. Paano ko na-involve sa trading kasi nag-meme coin din ako after that. Nag-meme coin. Nagpa-profit naman that time doon pero hindi ako nakakapag-withdraw. Sabi ko malaki pa rin yung talo ko. And doon na nag-start. At sabi ko, meron akong Facebook friends na nagte-take ng Prof Firm and nasusubaybayan ko yung ang mga post niya sa Facebook, certificate and payout certificate, sabi ko. So, okay. So, nagka-idea siya paano na ako na-involved. And sabi ko, doon na nag-start, nag-enroll ako ng course sa kanya. So, doon na nagsimula. Last 2023, no, doon ako nagseryoso na magbasa ng chart, aralin yung trading, no. And I'm still right now, sabi ko sa kanya, I'm still learning in the market, no. So, to cut down yung story short, after nung interview na yon, sabi niya sa akin, mag-antay ako ng result after 28 hours to 48 hours. And nag-antay ako, habang nag-aantay ako ng result, no. Syempre, from 24K, bumaba yung account ko, no. 14, 16, naglalaro na lang doon, tapos 12K, ano. So, ang nangyari, bumaba yung P&L profit ko. Okay. Tapos, hindi ko na naibalik habang nag-aantay ako ng oras. Okay. Kung kailan ko malalaman. So, after 48 hours, nalaman ko, pasado ako. Okay. So, ang naging problema ko, no, pasado ako, pero yung profit ko, ang baba na, no. Pero sabi ko kasi that time, iti-trade ko to ng iti-trade. Sabi ko, hanggang may balik ko yung profit ko na 24K. And if ever man, after ng result, kung ano yung kalabasan, pag pumasa ako, kahit na ang profit nito 5K na lang or 10K, i-withdraw ko na yung profit ko, sabi ko. And after nun, no, pag visit ko ng Discord community channel nila, may mga nabasa ako na consistency rule before payout, consistency rule. So, nagtaka na naman ako about sa consistency rule. Okay? So, ang ginawa ko, nag-ask ulit ako sa Discord community, what's the consistency rule about payout. Ayun pala, based sa interview mo sa risk management team, no, meron pa palang consistency rule doon sa account na binili mo. So, depende pala yon. So, ako, bago ako nag-enroll, binasa ko naman yung rules ng company, no? Binasa ko naman, hindi lang talaga nag-sink in sa akin. Okay, kasi mahaba rin yung rules, no? Hindi nag-sink in. So, at least right now, may mga pagkakamali ako, natatandaan ko na. Okay, kung kailan nagkamali, tsaka lang natandaan, no? And, dumating yung time na realize ko na yung account na binili ko is on-demand payout. So, kapag on-demand payout, ang mangyayari, you need to have at least 2% profit on the account and you can withdraw anytime your profit. And may consistency rule, may consistency yon. So, what is the consistency rule? So, consistency rule is yung pinakamalaking profit mo sa isang araw on your overall account, on the overall account. So, ang nangyari kasi, I have one big profit in one day. So, almost 10%, no? It's 9,889 US dollar multiplied by 2.5. So, it's almost 25,000 US dollar. So, that time pala guys, nung nahit ko yung profit ko na pinakamalaki that time na 9,889 US dollar multiplied by 2.5 doon sa consistency rule na multiplier nila is nahit ko na yung possible na profit ko sana and get my first withdrawal sana. Kung hindi ko ginalaw yung pinaka-peak ng profit P&L ko sa account ko, kung hindi ko sana siya ginalaw, kung like, okay na to. Kung nandun na sana ako sa 24,449 US dollar. So, kung hindi ko sana ginalaw, pwede ko na siyang ma-withdraw after nung interview ko sa risk management team nila. So, kasi hindi ko alam about sa consistency rule that time. Hindi nag-sink in sa utak ko yung binasa ko. So, it's my own mistake. I'll take full responsibility on that matter, okay? So, ang nangyari, sobrang frustrated ako sa sarili ko doon sa naging result. Kasi, to be honest guys, yung 124,449 overall na account, since bumaba siya ng bumaba, nung nalaman ko na may consistency role, pinilit ko talagang ibalik yung profit ko into yun na nga 124,449 US dollar. Pinilit kong mapunta ulit doon yung PNL ko, yung profit ko, kaso wala na. So dumating na yung December, month of December, ang pangit na nung naging performance ko, hindi na ako makasabay sa market, to the point guys na yung account ko, no, umabot ng $90,700 na lang. So, $700 na lang yung natitira sa account ko na available to trade. Since 100,000 US dollar, 10% lang nun yung available mo na pwedeng i-trade. So, that's 10,000 US dollar bago breach or maubos yung account, matapos yung account. So, I only have $700 na lang na natitira sa account ko way back December guys until New Year. So, yung $700 na yan, hinati ko yon into 3 trades. So, actually, yung first trade ko doon is $250. So, 1:2, 1:2 na lang, 1:2, 1:2. Hanggang sa naka-recover, no? So, from $700 na natitira, umabot siya ng 5,000 ulit. So, $95,000 na siya. And, ang nangyari doon, yung 5,000, after kumahit yung 5,000 na parang buffer sa 90,000, nag-trade ako ng 1% sa gold, short, no? 1:10 kasi nakita ko yung market structure is possible pumunta pababa since mag-junior session na rin and may trendline support breakout and kasama niya yung mga possible entry ko na fair value gap. Okay, so after open na New York session, maybe 5 to 10, 5 to 15 minutes, nag-drop si gold and nag-take profit yung 1:10 risk reward ratio ko na trade. So from 95,000 and nag-profit ng 10k yung trade ko na yon. So ang nangyari, it's a $105,000, no? To cut the long story short, yung P&L profit na yon, no, na $105,000, umabot pa yun guys ng $110. Okay, so nagte-trade ako, napaka-fluctuative nung uh, P&L performance ko or yung chart, no? Hindi na siya tumataas into 100,000, 112,000, 115, hanggang doon na lang talaga sa 110, no? Hanggang doon na lang, hindi na siya tumataas ng tumataas. Okay, so syempre na-pressure na ako ng na-pressure, no? Pumangit na yung performance ko, hindi na ako nakapag-reflect sa sarili ko, sa performance ko, ano nang nangyayari. So, hanggang dumating yung January, na-survive ko naman yung account. So, naitawid ko naman yung account hanggang January. Okay? So, by the second week of January, I think doon ko na na-breach yung account by the second week of the January. Or third week, I think, I don't know, I forgot. I think mga second week of January. Okay? And after breaching the account, I made another mistake, guys. Okay? So, bukod sa pressure ako doon sa account ko na na-lost sa akin and yung profit ko na 1.4 million or $24,000, hindi ko siya na-withdraw, no? Hindi ko na-withdraw sa account because of my own mistakes, okay? And sobrang pressure ko, I'm having lack of sleep, no? Wala na akong focus sa pagte-trade sa market, and ang nangyari, sobrang pangit ng performance ko. Pero yung talo ko, I think hindi ko siya sobrang dinibdib na. Hindi ko na sobrang, or hindi ako umiyak. Unlike before, to be honest. Before kasi, no, my first funded account that na natanggap ko, which is 10k lang yun, no, isisingit ko lang sa kwento ko. Yung first funded account ko na 10k, pinaghirapan ko yun, naipasa ko yun ng 1 month. So, alam yun ng partner ko, yung girlfriend ko, na iniyakan ko talaga yan. Naipasa ko siya in the same day and na-bridge ko rin siya on the same day. Sobrang disappointed ako sa sarili ko, iniyakan ko yan. But right now, nung natalo ako ng 1.4 million pesos or $24,000 na hindi ko na-withdraw, hindi ako nakaramdam ng sobrang bigat ng emosyon, no? Hindi ako nakaramdam ng ganun. Parang nanghinayang lang ako. Pero yung bigat ng panghihinayang is hindi. Sabi ko, okay lang. Sabi ko, kung nagawa ko to, naging funded trader na ako, nakapag-profit ako ng 1.4 million pesos or $24,000, in the future, kapag gumanda yung performance ko, or kapag pinagbigyan ulit ni Lord, I know, no, may babalik at may babalik yung performance ko and makakapag-take profit ulit ako in the market, no? So, ayun na nga, sa ang nangyari after breaching the account, not getting withdrawal on that funded account, na sobrang laki ng profit, para sa akin malaki na yun, 'no. And ang dami ko ng puwedeng gawin doon sa 1.4 million profit na yun, because I also have personal problem in the Philippines, okey. So, I'm a breadwinner, okey. So, ang nangyari dun, after breaching the account, after losing the profit, alam niyo ginawa ko nung na-breach ko yung account na yun? Wala na akong focus doon sa laro ko sa market, and the way I plan, 'no, outside the market. Alam niyo ginawa ko after breaching the account? I buy another 200K challenge. It's almost 47,000 pesos. Okay. It's almost 50,000 pesos, to be honest. Kasi may discount yun, eh, 'no. Ang ginawa ko, bumili ako kasi ang nasa mindset ko that time, I still have the confidence na 'pag nag-enroll ako, siyempre yung mindset ko na reset yung account, new account, so fresh start ang nasa mindset ko. Sabi ko, I'm going to bought another account, so I'm going to start fresh. Okay. So, I get the account after paying it uh on my Visa online banking, okay? I use Visa online banking, no, for payment. Well, I can use crypto also, pero syempre direct na siya sa Visa card ko, no? Ang nangyari, after breaching the account on that day, bumili ako ng 200K funding challenge worth of 50,000 pesos. And that same day, yung first trade ko, 1% talo. So, doble-doble yung ah, struggle nung utak ko that time. So, marami akong realization kasi that time, nasa work ako eh. Nasa work ako, pumunta ako ng CR para i-process yung payment na yon, and nung break time ko ng 10 minutes, nag-trade ako, no? So, it's also my mistake. And right now, ang daming pumasok sa utak kong reflection. And yung account na yun kasi guys, after 2 weeks, I think, trinade ko siya, pero na-breach ko rin siya. So, ang nangyari sa akin, may confident ako sa market na akala ko maibabalik ko pa yung performance ko kapag nag-reset ako sa panibagong account. Kasi nga, I also know how to, ano eh, alam niyo yun, to read the market or sumabay. May entries na ako eh. May entry strategy na ako. I know how to put stop loss, profit at the take profit area, no? Ang nangyari lang sa akin, I think, bukod sa, syempre, humirap yung galaw ng market, consolidation, dami manipulation, ano. Ang nangyari sa akin, hindi ako naging grounded sa sarili ko, no. Yun yung natutunan ko after breaching my first, ay hindi siya first, after breaching my 100K funded account without withdrawing my 24K profit. It's 1.4 million pesos. Bumili ako agad-agad after breaching the account ng 200K challenge, and I did not pause. Okay? I did not pause on that process nung natalo ako. So, malaki rin yung panghihinayang ko doon sa account ko na 200K or yung pinambili ko doon. Kasi anyway, that fund na binili ko doon sa 200K challenge na yan is already my profit also in crypto. I also trade futures in crypto. So, that profit, anyway, last year kasi I have a good performance in crypto futures. So, masingit ko lang, no, hindi siya sa hard earn uh, hindi siya hard earn money kung saan ko in-enroll yung pera na yun. Galing din siya sa market, sa crypto, no, kasi nag-take profit ako sa crypto futures that time. I hit my first goal sa crypto futures withdrawals. It's a 6-digit profit. So that's why malakas yung loob ko na bumili ng ganong kalaking account, 200k challenge. Pero yun na nga, I made mistake. Anyway, I did not pause kasi sobrang goal ko talaga magkaroon ng payout certificate. Okay? It's the feeling of payout certificate yung gusto kong ma-experience naman. Because having a, you know, uh, funded certificate account, after passing phase 1, phase 2, you will get your certificate, no, as a funded. It did not excite me anymore, guys. It did not excite me anymore. So, yung feeling na yun, pag nakakapasa ako, wala na. Hindi na ako na-excite, no? Parang baliwala na yung certificate sa akin pag naipasa ko. Ang gusto ko naman na next is yung payout certificate. I wanted to feel. I want to know that feeling. Okay, that's why sobrang eager ko na magkaroon ng payout certificate. It's adding my credential also, no? And ang nangyari kasi, ayun na nga, ang dami kong realization sa sarili ko, sa utak ko. I did not pause. I did not reflect on myself, no? Lack of awareness inside the market and outside the market. So, for me kasi, trading is spiritual, no? You need to be grounded, no? Yun yung nawala sa akin. Yung pagiging grounded ko sa sarili ko. I did not pause and reflect to get back my awareness in the market and outside the market, no? Nadala yung emotions ko, nadala yung psychological well-being ko na I need to get in the market ulit, no? I need to fight the market ulit, no? So that time, after losing the account, no, I told myself that, oh shit, fuck, no. So I need to pause, I need to reflect. So sabi ko, I need to gain my self-confidence on myself, no, and in the market. I need to get back my self-confidence. So, ano yung mga ginagawa ko before nung naging funded ako? What's my habit? What's my daily habit? No. Anyway, guys, I love creating my own daily habit that time last year before the winter time. Okay? So, I listen to podcasts for personal development podcasts, trading podcasts. I consume that already while I'm busy working on my work. Okay? So, syempre, I use my earphone. Okay? So, I listen personal development podcasts. I listen into trading podcasts on a different channels. And sometimes if I am not busy, I read books. No? Maybe 2 pages, 3 pages, 5 pages. It depends if I have time. And I also love journaling. I love creating my own plan. No, I love doing uh my journal manifestation. I really love doing that, guys. So, and anyway, I also work out after my work. Biruin mo that time. So yun yung nawala sa akin that time, na nag-focus ako sa trading na lang. Kasi I want profit I want big profit. Kaya doon ako nag-focus nung nakuha ko yung funded account ko. Nag-focus ako sa outcome, nag-focus ako sa pera, pera, pera. Pero yung main fundamental ko sa sarili ko, nakalimutan ko na. Naligaw ako eh. No? So, binabalik ko yung sarili ko right now. That's why nag-pause ako last night. And I also bought another new account, but on a lower. Sa middle siya. It's a 50k funding challenge. Okay, dito muna ako. 50k muna. Kumbaga, test the water ulit. Test the water yung confident ko outside the market, the way I think in the market, the way I think outside the market. So, I need to get back on track na I need to build the system. I need to build my winning habit daily. So trading itself, it could be part of my daily habit na lang, no? So hindi ako magbababad sa chart maghapon, no? Or gabi hanggang madaling araw kasi that time my sleep is already 3 to 4 hours, no? So nakafocus na lang ako sa talo ko, paano ibabalik to, ganito ganyan. So yun na, doon na nawala yung parang oh, magandang journey ko, no? Doon sa pag-build ng sarili ko, no? So I am building myself also. That's why sabi ko, I need to pause, reflect to get my awareness. And I need to be more focused on probability. So, probability, the word probability, I need to focus on probability. So, I already know how to read the chart, know where's my entry, where's my stop loss, where my exit plan. Okay? So, I need to focus on probability. So, pag natalo ako, oops, I need to wait, I need to reflect. Okay? So that I'll get my awareness in the market and on myself also. Okay? So, yun yung wala before na na-recall ko lang siya nung nangyari na yung mga pagkakamali ko. But anyway, no? Trading is a lifetime process. I know it's hard, but I will not going to give up. Why? I also see the result of my hard work. Okay? I also enjoy the process, the hardship. No? I also love the stress, the emotional challenge, the psychological challenge. I also love, no, fighting the challenge, no. Kasi ang lagi kong nasa isip, no, if this negativity or this negative outcome comes to my life, I need to convert into positive. How can I convert it into positive? Okay. So, what I need to do, what I need to plan so that this negative outcome turns into positive result. So, ganoon ako mag-isip. Ginagawa kong positive yung negative na nangyayari. So, sabi ko, I need to pause, no? I need to be consistent on my daily winning habit. I need to build winning habit. Yun nasa mentality ko. Yun yung nasa isip ko, no? That's why I start journaling again, no? Ilista yung mga dapat kong gawin daily so that, as I said, trading itself will be part of my daily routine na lang. So, if I am busy on my work, no, I need to trade on a 10 p.m. on in your session. So, minsan ang work ko kasi is 8 to 8 or 8:30 to 8:30 p.m. no, ang out ko. So, dito kasi sa abroad, sa South Korea, ang time na New York session is 10. Okay? So, pag pang umaga ako, New York session ako. No? And pag may news ng mga 10:30, so mga 11 PM ako magti-trade. So, 0.5 or still 1% kung kaya ng 1% may magandang setup, no? Focus lang tayo sa word na probability para at least hindi ako ma-stress kung ano yung result, kung talo yung result ko. So, well, I don't give a fuck pag natalo yung trade ko. So, ganun na. No hard feelings, no? I still keep going to trade whatever it takes. I will not going to give up on this journey, guys. Kahit na sobrang stress. Kumbaga, it's an emotional and psychological battle for me. Once na nalampasan mo yung emotional and psychological battle na to, yung mga losses mo, yung talo mo sa market, hindi mo na siya gaanong sobrang didibdibin, no? At least nakatatak na sa utak mo or nakatatak na sa utak ko, I'm playing the probability in the market. As long as I show up in the market, be consistent in the market, and consistent on myself also, building a winning habit daily. No, okay? So, I'm going to share right now what is my daily winning habit. Okay? First, when I wake up in the morning, okay, I fix my bed. That's that's one of my habit. Okay, I fix my bed. Hindi ko iniiwanan yun na kalat. So, ayusin ko lang yung unan, yung kumot. So, yung, alam mo yan, yung basic na yun for me. At least, that's one of my winning habit. Okay? So, if busy sa work, I listen to podcast, no, personal development or trading podcast. I consume that maghapon habang busy ako. Siyempre, nandun na rin yung mga favorite music ko, no? And read books, 1 to 2 pages, no? Yun siya. And by weekend, maybe Saturday once a week or Sunday once a week, no? I'm going to run again kasi nga patapos na rin yung winter. Hindi na masakit sa balat. Siyempre, kahit mga 3 kilometer to 5 kilometer run, pwede na yan. And yun na nga, working out. So, 30 minutes workout, I think, pwede na. Okay. So, ano pa ba? So, ayun. Yun yung plan ko. After work na lang ako magti-trade. So, kung before, no, naging funded ako and nakapasa ako sa mga funding challenge while trading, even I am busy working, no, pupunta ako sa CR para, alam mo yun, pag umihi ako, sasabay ko na, titingin ako sa chart, no? Titingin ako, kunyari, pag may mga 10 minutes break, no? Doon ako magtitingin ng chart, titrade ako. So, yung ganong gawain, ihinto ko na yon, i-stop ko na yon, no? Para yung full awareness ko sa market, no? Nagwo-work na lang ako sa trading after my work, no? After my work na lang ako magti-trade para at least yung full awareness ko nandun sa market and nasa sarili ko. Wala akong iniisip na iba, hindi ako busy sa ibang ginagawa ko or sa trabaho. And if ever na busy ako sa night shift, pag night shift ako, ang out ko is 8:30 a.m. and ang open ng market is 8 a.m. Korea time. And maybe ang trade ko, minsan nakakita ako ng opportunity time sa 9:40 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Mga ganyang oras to 11 a.m. May mga ganong setup akong nakikita. So, doon ako magfo-focus pag night shift ako. So, hindi na ako magte-trade while working. Okay? And right now, to be honest, my account na 50k is already negative 3%. So, what's new? Diba? I need to focus on the probability. So, I win, I lose as long as I show up, be consistent, and not to give up on this journey. I know, and if you're already a trader or bago pa lang sa trading, no, I hope this video help you kasi it's hard this journey, guys. Okay? Maybe you earn on your 6 months to first year, no? Or maybe mabilis yung learning curve mo. You can learn this on 3 months. If you are first fast learner, you can learn this 3 months, no? Studying your technicals, reading the chart, you can learn it for 3 months, but your own self is hard to study, guys. After learning the technicals, your own enemy is yourself. It's you versus you, your emotions, your psychology, your habit. How can you build your winning habit outside the market? That's very important for me. So we have different perspective in trading. Okay, so for me to have a good result in trading, no, I need to build myself outside the market. I need to build myself outside the market. That's what I see. That's what I observe on myself. Okay, so I hope this video helps you. This trading documentation online. No, I don't know if I'm going to post this on a blue app, but this video is matagal to. Tong video na to. I hope, no, na natapos mo tong video na to. Ay, may mga susunod pang video, no? Because, you know, right now, I forgot to say is, right now, it's a long holiday here in South Korea. Right now, guys. So Chinese New Year, I have 5 no holiday. So at least kahit papaano nakapagpahinga, nakapag-isip-isip na sabi ko, okay, I need to share my mistakes before last year and this first month of the year, January. My I need to share and I need to document my 1.4 million profit loss that I did not get any withdrawal. Okay. So at least in the future, no, I have content to watch. That's why I love creating content. I love creating video. No, kapag wala akong ginagawa, binivisit ko siya, pinapanood ko siya, and I'm happy with that. Why? Because before, no, hindi naman ako ganito ka-confident magsalita. Hindi ako ganito ka-confident humarap sa camera. No? So, I have a lot of dreams. Okay. That's why I'm recording myself right now. And you are watching me right now on this channel. And I hope, no, meron akong mga na-share sa'yo dito sa video na to na pwede makatulong sa'yo sa trading journey mo. If you are a struggling trader right now or aspiring trader and want to pursue this career, no, I'm warning you, this is not an easy money, okay? This is not an easy career to pursue. No, you will get stressed, you will get depressed. You need to be tough, okay? You need to be strong emotionally and mentally in this career if you want to pursue. You need to plan. You need to plan. You need to always plan. You need to lock in this journey. Kumbaga, halos kapag nagseryoso ka dito, minsan mawawalan ka ng time sa sarili mo. And syempre, pag nakuha mo na yung mga dapat mong aralin, paunti-unti, syempre makakapag-build ka rin naman talaga ng mga dapat mong habits to build yourself, to build your mentality, to build your emotions, so that kapag natalo ka, you can control your emotions and psychological thinking in the market. Okay? So anyway, itong video na to, it's almost 1 hour na. Okay? I hope you finish this video and you watch the next video na i-upload ko dito sa channel na yan, na to. Okay? And ayun. Thank you for watching. Until my next video. God bless.